As we sit in this hallowed hall, let me affirm our leaders past, present, and emerging, and the friends of Nigeria. My sister, Abiodun Esiet, many people seek to cause revolutions in government, but by one singular act, you have begun a revolution. And let me contextualize what I mean. By one single stroke of connecting the government and the people, Abiodun Esiet has taken the office of the president and elevated the office of the citizen. Because at the end of the day, that is what matters. That is where all of us serving whatever capacity as leaders come from, the people, and that is where we're all going to return. There are 3 lessons I would like to pull out from this conversation today, and I'd like to see going forward. One is that indeed the fate of this country lies in the hands of its youth and its women. We were told this conversation was going to start at 10, and a few minutes after 10, we began. It is not every public event you go to that you see us use time the way it should be used. Time is the most important resource we have, and it is the one resource we have no control over, yet we waste it. I see the coordinators of Nasarawa and Plateau are seated here, and they are women. Abiodun Esiet is young and she's female. As I sat here, I sent a video to your mentor, Dr. Koli Ahmed Shatima, the Africa Director of the MacArthur Foundation. And I said, Malan Koli, you must be proud of this moment because your mentee is now a mentor in her own right. So, let us think about elevating our women and our young people, and let us use all the means possible to make them create the Nigeria that we need, to co-create the Nigeria that we need. The second lesson, and I'm going to do this using Nigerian proverbs. Abiodun began by sharing some of those words into Nigerian languages. Hannu ɗaya bai ya ɗaukan jinka. For those of us who understand what I've said, please translate to your neighbor. Owó fúnni kò tó ènìyàn, ènìyàn láṣọ ènìyàn. If you can help, please help. In other words, we can have the best of governments, but nothing is going to change until and unless we collaborate and we come together. And so, the notion of volunteerism, which the Citizens Assembly elevates, is absolutely important. We can have all the money in the world. Nigeria can be the biggest economy in the world. It's now the 4th largest, but it was once the biggest economy in Africa. But without collaboration, we're not going anywhere. So, my sister Abiola Esiet is modeling the way. She's created what is possible, and I'm asking all of us in the room, what do we say to what she has started? What will be our own contribution? Because even the most well-meaning government cannot carry this burden alone. The citizens must also play their part. My third lesson is that from all of the excellent goodwills I have heard today, law is necessary, policy is necessary, but it is not enough to drive governance. We have moved from the era of governmentality. We are now in an era of governance. What does that mean? There has to be trust, there has to be communication between government and the people. It does not matter how beautiful the laws are, it does not matter how well-meaning the policies are. If the people don't understand it and they don't feel it, nothing is going to happen. They say, Ana biki gidamu. I'll say to you, let me have my share of my ICAU here and now, my sister, if you say a party is happening in my house. So I was very happy listening to my big brother, the DG of FRCN, and he did exactly what a DG of FRCN should do. I would never have a mic like this, and I would not talk about everything that this government is about. But I'd like to give you a charge, my brother Alhaji Bilama. I hope that the FRCN will be at every town hall that Biodun, Esiet, and all the other northwest, northeast, south-south, southwest, southeast will be organizing, so that we can really connect Nigerian voices to governance. That is what is missing. And that is what I want FRCN, NTA, everyone else to promise. Because we really have an idea that is happening at the right moment. There could not have been a better time than now for Madam Abiodun Esiet to have created this collaboration, this connection. And I'm going to end by asking all of us to please, as Nigerians, be bold. It's very important to be bold. But please also be optimistic, because we have no other country but this country. And there's no other continent that we can be called first-class citizens. Anywhere else you go, you'll be a second-class citizen. So please let us be bold, let us be optimistic, but let us also be involved. Don't tell us politics is dirty and you sit back. If you're ill, you look for the best doctor. If you want to build your house, you look for the best designers. And then when it comes to the affairs of this country, you turn your back. We can no longer turn our backs. Let us participate, let us pull together, because this country matters and Nigeria is worth living for. I thank you on behalf of the MacArthur Foundation.